Hey everyone, CL here. Welcome back to my channel. This month, the month of December, I'm going to be participating in Cramathon, which is hosted by WhittyNovels, and if I can figure out how to do it, I will leave a link to her channel in my description box below. And Cramathon takes place between December 19th to the 22nd. Yep, that's right. December 19th to the 22nd. So yeah, today I'm going to share with you my Cramathon TBR, and I do have a helper here with me today. She enjoyed helping me so much in my last video that she asked if she can be my helper in this one as well, and of course I have to say yes. So where are you, helper?
Hi.
Alright, she's going to be handing my books to me when I'm ready for those. So the first goal on the list is to listen to an audiobook or read an ebook. I will be reading an ebook, which is the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. If you're not familiar with the Tao Te Ching, it is ancient Chinese philosophy that is written in 6th century BC. I have read the Tao Te Ching many times. It is one of those books that I feel you can learn a lot from. I have owned many copies of the Tao Te Ching, and I have given them away just to people, you know, friends, family, coworkers. It's just one of those books that I really treasure, and I want others to treasure as well. So I'll be reading the Tao Te Ching for goal number 1. Second goal on the list is read a bind-up. And for this goal, I am going to be reading a manga series called Vagabond. This is books 1 through 3. As far as I know, this book is about samurais. It is about a guy who gets exiled from his village at a very young age because he's kind of wild and violent. I don't really know too much about it, but on the cover it does say explicit content. That might worry some, but I have watched many samurai movies, and if you watched a samurai movie before, those are notoriously violent, so I don't think I will have a problem with it, but I am looking forward to reading this and seeing if it's a series I want to follow. Okay, the next one is finish a series or read the last book in the series, and for that one I have chosen to read Black Butler Volume 21. Technically this is not the last book in the series, but is currently the last book that's currently out, because this series is still ongoing and new books are regularly coming out. I'm not going to talk too much about what this is about because I have talked many times in my previous channels about what this Black Butler manga series is about. It is just one of my favorites that I'm continuing to follow, and I'm very interested in learning more about this character here. He's one of my favorites and he's kind of mysterious, so looking forward to reading this one. I'm going to try to not be tempted in wanting to read it early before Cramathon, but yeah. Black Butler Volume 21. The next one is finish a book you DNF'd. For me, I am going to read a book called Weaving Destiny by G.P. Ching is the author, I believe. And this is book 2 in the Soul Keeper series. Book 1 is actually free on iBooks. I read book 1 on a whim and I really enjoyed it. So book 2, I really enjoyed book 2 as well, but I got halfway through and for whatever reason I stopped and did not pick it up again. So I hope to finish book 2 during Cramathon. Next one is read a graphic novel series or as many as you can. So for me, once again, I am going to read Vagabond, which is the manga series I just showed you, and I'm also going to read this one here, Akuma no Riddle. I don't know what this is about. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble on a whim, and I'm just going to check it out and see if I like it, and see if it's a series I would like to follow. And sorry for the bouncing. Someone over here, my helper, is bouncing on the bed. Okay, next one is read 5 books. So I do have 5 books, and since most of those are manga, and manga is pretty easy to read, I am issuing myself a little bit of extra credit, and I'm going to be reading, do you have my last book? The Crier's Cross by, who is this? Lisa McMahon. I picked this book up at my library. It was a library sale. It only cost 25 cents. All I know is that it's about a girl who moves to a small town. At her high school, people go missing, and she starts to hear whispers of them asking her to help them. So I'm hoping to finish this book as well during Cramathon. It is pretty thin, so yeah, so that concludes my TBR for Cramathon. If you're participating in Cramathon, leave me a link to your TBR, or let me know what you're going to be reading down below in the comments. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.